Kat, can you open the bonnet for me, please?
Yep, I'll just jump inside and open up the bonnet catch.
Can you identify your brake fluid reservoir?
Yep, that's just right here.
Lovely. And can you tell me how you would check the levels on it?
This one as well has max and min on it, and the level should just be in between those two.
Okay. Show me how you would check the parking brake for excessive wear. Make sure you keep safe control of the vehicle.
Yep, all that I have to do for this is the safety part. I'll just press down on the foot brake there. Then what I'll do is I'll take the hand brake off and then I'll pull it back on and pull it right to the top, making sure it's not at the end of its working travel.
Can you tell me how you would check that your brakes are working before starting a journey?
Yeah, but what I would do is, obviously the ignition's already on, so what I'll do is I'll just press down on the brakes and they should not feel spongy or slack at all. The brakes should always be tested as you set off on your journey, and the vehicle should never pull to one side.
Do you know if you had a fault with your ABS, sometimes known as your anti-lock braking system?
What I would do is I'd put the ignition on, and then there should be a light appearing that says ABS on it, and it should stay there if there's any problems.
Kat, can you show me how you would check that your direction indicators were working, please?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'm just going to get inside the car, I'm going to turn on the hazard warning lights, and I'm going to give a walk around the car, double check that they're all working. That's them all on, so now I'm going to go and turn them off again.
Okay, Kat, can you show me how you would turn the headlights on, please?
Yeah, I'll just jump in the car, I'll turn the ignition on, and then I'll turn the headlights on and just check that they're working.
Can you show me how you would turn your front and rear fog lights on?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just twist it once to get the front fog light, and if I twist it a second time it'll turn on your back fog light as well.
Can you tell me when you would use your fog lights?
Yeah, you'd always use your fog lights if you've got 100 metres or less of vision ahead of you.
Okay, Kat, can you show me how you'd wash the windows front and rear, please?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get inside the car, I'm going to turn the ignition on, and then I'm going to just squish the windows. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this lever towards me to wipe the front windscreen wiper, and I'll just twist behind me to make sure the back's clean. I can see the mirror that's happened at the back as well.
Okay, can you show me and explain to me how you would check that your power assisted steering was working before starting off for a journey?
Yep, 2 simple checks can be made to find that out. First of all, with the engine off, you just pull on the steering wheel, and it should be tough. As you can see, I'm struggling to move that there. And then the second thing that you do is you just turn the engine on, and what you'll do is you'll notice now that it's much more easier to move.
Okay. Okay, can you show me where the horn is in this car?
Yeah, it's right here in the centre with the little horn picture, and if you just press down like so.
Okay, can you tell me how you would check the brake lights are working? I can assist you with this one.
Okay, thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into the car, I'm going to turn the ignition on and press on the brakes a couple of times. If you could please just check and make sure that they're lit up and give me a shout to let me know.
Okay. Okay, can you show me how you would demist your windows, front and rear, please?
Yep, what I'll do is I'll just press this one for the front, and I'll press this one for the rear.
Perfect. Kat, can you show me how you turn your headlights on and switch it to full beam, and how would you know your full beam is on?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll get into the car, I'll turn the ignition on, then I'll then put my headlights on and turn it to full beam, and I should get a blue light appearing on my dashboard.
Okay. Can you identify the engine oil dipstick and how you would check the levels?
That's right here, it's also yellow. For this one, what you do is you need to just loop your finger in there, pull the lipstick out, give it a wee wipe with an old cloth or something, dip it back in, pull it back out again, and it should be between max and min.
Okay, can you identify the windscreen washer reservoir and tell me how you would check the levels?
Of course, that's just this yellow one right here, and this one doesn't have any markings on it at all, so it's advised to just check it regularly about once a week, maybe a Friday.
Thank you. Kat, can you identify your engine coolant reservoir, please?
Yep, that's just right there.
Okay, and how would you check the levels on it?
It should say on the side, which does, max and min, and your levels should just be in between that.
That's great. Right, can you tell me where your head restraint should be set so you've got the best protection in the event of an accident?
Yeah, of course I can. So the head restraint should be adjusted so that the rigid part of the head restraint is at least as high as the eye or your top of your ear. You should always make sure that your head is as close to the back of the head restraint as possible. And here is where you can adjust that. You just push this little lever, but please note that not all cars have an adjustable head restraint.
Okay, Kat, can you tell me how you would check your tyres to ensure that they have sufficient tread depth and that the general condition is safe to use on the road?
Yeah, first of all what I do is I just double check that there's no cuts or bulges anywhere in the tyre. Yeah, what you need to do is just make sure that the minimum tread depth is 1.6 millimetres around the central 3/4 of the tyre and around the entire circumference.
Okay. Can you tell me where I would find the recommended air pressures for the tyres for this car?
Of course I can, Gary. That would be in the manufacturer's manual.
Okay. And how would you go about checking the air pressures?
I've actually got a nifty little gadget for this here. It's called a tyre gauge. This you can get from Halpers. That's where this one's from. It's quite cheap and it's always useful to have in your car.
Okay. When should you check them? Hot or cold?
You always need to check them when they're cold. Remember to always check your spare tyre as well as your main 4 tyres. You simply unscrew the cap, plug this in, and then always remember to put the cap back on when you're done.
Okay, thank you, Kat. Can you just close the bonnet for me, please?